So I intended today to make a video about self-confidence, and just now I'm laying here on my bed and I'm thinking, no, not today, because I don't feel good at the moment. I've got a little bit of tension in my neck. I'm feeling tired. I'm having a little bit of stress. I've been at uni and it's been a bit of a day that I admit I've had a little bit of stress. I feel a little bit washed out, and I do apologize if I what, I don't apologize. No, fuck you. This is me. Um, what I was gonna say was I apologize if any of that rubs onto any of you, which I don't want. I truly intend for the best for anyone watching. My point was, I was laying here and I'm like, you know what? I'm not gonna make the confident video today because I'm not feeling that self-confident. And then my next thought was, you know what? Fuck it, dude. Like, real confidence is about loving and accepting yourself no matter how you feel. Not waiting till you feel, perfect. Not waiting for that perfect moment. Which I am guilty for a lot of my life. If I want to meet a girl, I often want it to be like a perfect situation for us to talk. I want her to be right there. I want it to be in one-on-one. I want to be wearing the right clothes. It's got to be like the right time, you know what I mean? And it's like, dude, the right time is now. Like, no matter where you are, no matter how you feel. True confidence comes from just being like human and raw. And I think confidence can come from feeling unconfident. Like, it's just ideal. It's like, ideally this is how I want to feel. Ideally this is how I want to be. But true confidence is no matter what, whether you're in a wheelchair or whether whether you're if you just lost your job, or whether you're feel stuck, you can still be confident. And I want to make lots of these videos because it's something that I've been working on for many years now, and I was rather deeply unconfident in my college years when I was 16, 17 and up until then. And so this brings me to my point of what changed, and here is something that is a key thing about self-confidence. And that is, I've just forgotten, but it will come to me. I'll just relax my mind. Yes, I remember now. Okay, so pay attention to this. You don't learn confidence. You unlearn unconfidence. Let me say that again. You don't learn confidence. Confidence is not something that you obtain. Confidence is something that you remember. Think about a child, a young kid, a baby, a 2, 3, 4-year-old. They're confident. They talk about how they feel. They're loud. They'll talk about their feelings. They'll embarrass you. They'll embarrass themselves. They'll tell you they need to go poo-poo. They have confidence. And then somewhere along the way, a teacher tells them, gets them in trouble for speaking out, or their parents do it, or people tell them that you can't do this, you're not good enough, you need to listen to me, I have authority. And that puts a cover over their confidence. It's like having a white shirt. Let's say your clean white shirt is the confidence that you want. And if the shirt is dirty and you want that confidence, which is a clean shirt, you don't add something to the shirt, you take something off. We already are divine and confident. My point is, before we go into all the tactics, which there are so many you can do to increase your confidence, And more than just increasing confidence, it's sort of pushing yourself and challenging yourself and having a great life, you know, making the most out of your life and challenging yourself, which gives you more joy and happiness, which makes you feel more confident because it makes you feel better. It's not just confidence, it's also about being happy. Those two go hand in hand. The happier you are, the more confident you are. So in the next video we'll be more practical, but we need to lay the foundation first. You know, we're not just going to pick the fruits of confidence now. Before you pick the fruit and eat it, we have to lay the groundwork. We have to dig the hole. You know, we have to make the foundation, you know, a good environment for us to plant the tree, to nurture the tree, and then we can have the fruit. But right now we're laying the foundation, and that is to unlearn what has held you back. So you need to do some self-reflection. You need to listen to your own inner dialogue. Where do you feel unconfident? Where do you feel not worthy? Do you want to be in a band, but do you not feel worthy to be in this band? Or do you, you know, not feel worthy for this job? Or you don't feel attractive enough? You know, before we go into any physical activities, I want you to just be aware of these things and then realize that that is not who you are and you can change. Because confidence is not fixed. You're not born with a certain amount of confidence and that is it. You know, or you're not born unconfident and that is it. You can go up and you can go down. So you need to be willing to be open-minded, you know, if this is going to work for you. If not, then sure, but this is what's worked for me. So, you know, sometimes you have doubts, and it's not about getting rid of every single one of your doubts about yourself, but it's to, first of all, just have a little bit of awareness. Look, it's not that hard. It just takes a bit of, you know, self-awareness and you time to reflect. You know, you need some time away from your friends and your girlfriends and all that stuff to just be with you, get into nature and just have some you time first. You know, do some stuff by yourself. You know, don't get distracted by your phones. You know, sometimes when something comes up emotionally, you need to go on your phone and all that. So my task for you now, my battery's about to run out on this. Stay tuned for number 2, but do some self-reflection and just listen to your inner dialogue and just listen to what you're telling yourself, you know, and where you can, you know, tell yourself that you can do things. You're not your thoughts. You don't have to believe everything that goes on in your head. And you're not your feelings, because they're interrelated and it can be from trauma. So just go back into your childhood and just realize what happened along the way in your life. Where did you fail that someone told you that you're a failure and you should be shamed? You should never be shamed. You should be guilty, and guilt and shame are two different things. Guilt is when you take responsibility, you take the consequence, and you learn and move on. Shame is a state, okay? Never feel shameful. There's no shame. Just be guilty for certain things and then move on and don't stay there, okay? So take responsibility. You're not who you were in the past. So first of all, we're going to wipe the slate clean. You know, you are not what you've done. You know what I mean? You've been influenced. You don't even know what's been going on subconsciously when you were a young child. Alright guys, peace and stay tuned for number 2. Peace and love.